Welcome back, guys. Views from the Link TV. I'm your host, Stephen Hellmann, here alongside Tom Aresco for BirdBuzz. And Eagles making a lot of noise yesterday. A lot of noise.
I was so happy.
You were hyped.
I removed the Band-Aid, and I'm here. You know, it looks a little worse than it is. The glue still healing it up.
You high-fived your dad yesterday?
Yeah, when we got Brandon Brooks, I saw the news of Ian Rappaport, quick checked if it was a fake account or not, saw the check mark, and just got up, and I was in mid-season form. You know, I gave him a high five, and he was like, "Yeah, nice. Who's he?" Yeah. So I was like, "No, he's good. He's a good guard that was on the radar, and I liked him." So yeah, that was one of our big signings.
Yeah, so we got Brandon Brooks.
He's gonna start in there at guard for us.
Well, we got the safety.
Yeah, we're playing McLeod.
Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to keep everything. Chase Daniel, obviously.
Chase Daniel, and then Leotis McKelvin, Ron Brooks. Those are two corners that are going to provide some depth for some special teams. And then there was another.
And then the trade's all processed. That was a nightmare. The whole Byron Maxwell.
Byron Maxwell almost.
You said you overslept.
Yeah, I woke up.
You were lucky you overslept, man. Those 3 hours were so nerve-wracking. You know, it's just like, oh my God, this is what happened. Now that's the sky's falling. Like,
I
ruined everything.
I might have literally just fell asleep for good if I woke up at 8:30. I might have just woken up today for the first time and figured out all these moves. Cause I'm sorry, that was too much for just a half hour. I had to deal with it, and I couldn't handle it.
So it was
I can't imagine if I woke up at 8:30, I would have just been wired.
Eagles Twitter was in a frenzy.
Yeah, I would have. Someone, everything was going on. And I woke up at 10:30, and the first notification I looked at was somebody saying, "Don't wake up." They knew I was gonna snap, but it was crazy. But yeah, the Maxwell Kiko trade went through, and it's funny how the Dolphins organization is pitching that to their fan base. Is yeah, we got these two guys, and same with DeMarco at Tennessee. He's just pissing me off with everything he's saying.
I know.
So I was rooting for him at first, but now he can just buzz off. Another big news, former Eagles news. Nolan Carroll has some interest from
Cowboys.
Dallas, and Cedric Thornton's visiting Dallas.
Yeah.
So
maybe
they're stealing some players from us, but I don't really think those guys are really worth to be parts of our rebuild. I like both of them. I mean, I'm not going to root against them. I mean, obviously they're on Dallas. I'm going to, but not hating on those guys or anything.
Yeah, it's a business.
We just don't really need them. Yeah.
But I think Miami. I do feel like we got the better end of the deal, but you know what? Maybe it works out for them.
Yeah.
If they have the cap space to have them.
Yeah,
and you know what? Yeah, why not go for it? They moving up 5 spots for us is huge.
Yeah.
I think them moving down 5 spots isn't as big as a deal.
Yeah, I mean, I know a Dolphins fan on one of my Facebook groups, the sports group I'm in. He said, that the Dolphins haven't really had much success drafting, so taking some proven veteran guys is maybe a better option for them. And Kiko's not a proven guy, but if he's healthy, everyone says he's got that potential. So we'll see. He's still a young guy. Maybe he gets over that knee injury and becomes, even just a solid linebacker for him. We'll see. I mean, bottom line is I don't think they fit here, and that's
the thing.
Key,
I think if I'm a Dolphins fan or a Titans fan, I'm not upset at the deal. I'm not overwhelmed with joy, but I'm not upset by it for sure.
I mean, you can make it work. So we'll see.
All right, so let's go through the questions real quick because we got our 15-minute ban on YouTube, so that's going to be lifted very soon. So I'm very excited about that. First question at Matt Minty Minton asks, why is Sanchez still here? Should we keep him?
Nah, we shouldn't keep him. He'll be gone. Yeah, the Chase Daniel deal, big deal for a guy who's a little more valuable than just any backup because of the Bradford injury history and what could be going on moving forward.
We got a question about Bradford and Chase, so you can save those,
those
comments for that.
Yeah, see, I don't look at the questions prior to.
It makes it more fun. Yeah.
It's like improv. Whose line is it anyway? But no, Sanchez will be gone. Just probably today.
Eventually.
Yeah,
very soon. We're getting this. We're getting this out.
He might be gone. He might be gone by the time we're done this video. So I might have to check my phone throughout. But
And they're gonna give him away for anything, or they're gonna cut him because we have no leverage. They know we don't want him, so it's very hard for us to trade Sanchez.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to trade.
Probably just gonna get rid of him.
It's Miles asks, what wide receivers should we go after in the draft or in free agency? So any wide receivers. They're doing that Alan Hearns thing. They were trying to make that happen.
No, I heard that, but then that was reported as a false report.
Yeah.
It was fake. So I don't think that they're actually doing that. I think you got to go after some receivers, probably some veteran guys in free agency, which I could see happening any minute now as well. Talked about that on Twitter this morning. And then in the draft, if you don't get one early, I think Tyler Boyd is good from Pitt to look at a little later. And there's some other guys too. So, we have a long offseason to go, and just, patience is key here, and it's tough to be patient, especially after the big day. But, we'll see going forward what they want to do.
Yeah. Next question at Alex Reekin asks, who will start, Bradford or Daniel?
Sam Bradford will start. They'll give him a shot this year. And if he doesn't work out, then Daniel could be the transitional starter next year. It's like delaying the process rather than having Chase and a rookie as your top 2 QBs. You have Bradford to see if he's got, anything in him, and if he doesn't, then it'll be Daniel, and a rookie will be the true number 2, so he'll have a real chance to win the job. But the rookie this year, not a rookie next year, but the rookie from this year will be the 3rd quarterback, and he could definitely go up to the 2nd quarterback next year behind either Daniel. Unless Bradford works out, then you don't really care. You just, you sign Bradford to the franchise extension, and you probably let Daniel, just get the money and then probably let him go.
And then maybe trade him or something. But I think it's great. You basically have 2 shots at a franchise QB. You got Bradford and the rookie that you're going to draft is going to have zero pressure.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have a good guy who can act as a quarterback coach in Chase Daniel to help guys along with this offense. Yeah. And he knows it. So
and even help Bradford a little bit, I'm sure.
For sure.
Next question, at Philadelphia Eagles 1933 asks, some of the players that were signed on defense are known for hard hitting. That was his comment. His question is, do you think Schwartz can bring back the excitement on defense that the late Jim Johnson once brought us?
I think with these players, there's a lot of leadership here, and we're looking at one of the best secondaries. I mean, at least safety-wise, the corners are going to be a little inexperienced for the time being, but I compared it to a Alito and Sheldon Brown type pairing.
Yeah.
Just getting 2 young guys together, and then you have those safeties behind them that are going to be hawking around,
got good backup.
hitting guys. Yeah, exactly. And then you got that exciting front 7, Nigel Bradham. That's a signing we missed mentioning.
Oh yeah.
Who's huge for me, I think. 2-year deal. It doesn't really lock you into much, but it's a very substantial replacement for Kiko Alonso, a guy that's going to play a lot of games, and he hasn't really had much injury history. So
that's nice.
You're looking for those 3 linebackers to come together. They're all young, and then you're looking for that front 7 as a whole to come together. I think it really could.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I like they're getting younger. A lot of these guys are like 25, 26, so they're saying we're going to try and win now, but we're going to try and win long term too. Next question, at Billy Eberling 28 asks, what should the Eagles do with the running back situation?
Well, Sports Illustrated just dropped their free agency mock draft, and have us at number 8 taking Ezekiel Elliott, the running back out of Ohio State. He's one of my guys that's in my mind, but I think they should just stick with Ryan Matthews, maybe pick up one more guy out of free agency or something.
They did report today that they were going to keep Ryan Matthews.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday too. That there was rumblings about that, but either way, it's up in the air. Running backs, you don't want to put too much in them because the injuries happen. They're the most physical position to play. So Elliott's a game-changing type back, and I wouldn't mind getting him in Philly, but at the same time, I think that we should, take a step back at running back and build someone, bring someone along. Yeah, maybe draft someone later in the draft, a sleeper running back that maybe could pan out to be something. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Next question, at Yeezus Eagles 2187 asks, do you think the Eagles should sign Andre Johnson?
He's in the discussion, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah. At Jason Ardeacon 99 asks, will we be able to get anything for Sanchez? Most likely not. Yeah. Also, unrelated to the Eagles, I heard that Brock signed with Texans. Any chance Denver go back to Tebow? What are your thoughts?
I don't think Denver's going back to Tebow. Although Skip Bayless is really lobbying
for that.
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to look at a couple different quarterbacks. Brock did go to Texans. Good for him. Got a lot of money, and I think his message was, hey, you wanted to bench me for Peyton Manning after I went 5-2 under center.
Yeah.
Screw you guys.
I know, yeah. I mean, it's hard for him to be. I can't.
That older sister came back.
Yeah.
The younger sister transferred schools on him.
Yeah, exactly. No, you know what? I don't think the Broncos. I have no one to blame but themselves. They didn't handle it well. They, I don't think that they handled the situation well. No, and I would have started Peyton too, but they could have showed a little more tact. And it's just like, what do you expect? Brock's gonna leave because you treat him like shit. I mean, that's just how it happens.
Yep.
Next question. That Ninja Zay asks, are the Eagles looking at any wide receivers in free agency? Seems like a lot of guys.
Wide receivers? Yeah, I'm sure they are, and you're going to see some signings happen. They know they have to fill that out. They handled a lot on the first day of free agency, and they're gonna get after it. It's going to be another exciting day, I think.
Yeah, I might have made a typo here, but we'll see. At Chris P. Bacon 215 asks, at 8 Will Graves, is that his name?
No,
I missed
at 8 Will, probably at Will. It's maybe Hargreaves.
Hargreaves, yeah, I definitely missed something. I was doing something else when I was typing these questions up. The kid can flat out ball. The draft is deep with wide receivers. Can we find one? We can find a running back in the third. Sorry. I'm just going to let's pretend those last 20 seconds didn't happen. I'm going to start over. And Crispy Bacon 215 has at 8. Will Hargreaves
be there?
Be there, yeah. On he thinks we should get a running back in the third round because the running back class is deep.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. I agree. Yeah, exactly.
Do you take Hargreaves?
Hargreaves?
Yeah.
The cornerback? Absolutely. Yeah. Hargreaves or Mackenzie Alexander. Those are two guys that I really would love to have.
Hargreaves. There we go.
There you go. Fix the typo. Yeah, no, I like Vernon Hargreaves and Mackenzie Alexander. Yeah. If you check at Tom Aresco, my pinned tweet, I have a list of a bunch of guys that moving up to 8 was so substantial because you're going to get one of those guys. You know, Treadwell, Elliott, Jalen Ramsey, Hargreaves, Mackenzie Alexander, Ronnie Stanley, Laramie Tunsil, the 2 quarterbacks. That's about 10 guys. Miles Jack. That's about 10 guys right there. And then there's the 3 defensive ends: Shaq Lawson, Joey Bosa, and DeForest Buckner. That's about 13 guys right there that one of them, we don't really need ends. So the more ends get taken, the more quarterbacks get taken. Those are picks we don't really need. So yeah, we're gonna get one of those guys, and Vernon Hargreaves is definitely on my radar. So
it is a great year to have a top 10 pick. If you don't need a quarterback
or an end,
you gotta be stoked.
Yeah.
Last question at Dylan Doppelmayr asked, will we sign a backup for Ryan Matthews because Sproles may get injured since he's getting older? I'm more worried about Ryan Matthews getting injured than Sproles.
I agree. I think definitely. I think we'll definitely at least draft one. I think the draft's going to be the way to go. Get that young running back in. We got Kenyon Barner in here. He's going to compete for a roster spot, being a chip guy. Odds might be stacked against him, but I could see him landing a job in San Fran pretty easily. He showed some promise, but I think the draft's going to hold true for a running back. I think that's where our chips are going to lie for a running back, so to speak, of the future. Maybe a later round guy, maybe uncover a gem. And I think Darren Sproles and Connor Barwin are 2 guys I want to look for that might be trade pieces because if on draft day, if the Chargers, maybe they don't fall in love with anyone at 3.
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Ramsey, I would fall in love with him any day of the week, and I think that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
But if we really fall in love with Jalen Ramsey, which I hope we do, and we really do say, hey, take Barwin, Sproles, and our first rounder, and maybe like a 5th rounder, and we'll move up to 3 to get Jalen Ramsey. Ooh, I would love that.
Yeah,
that's wishful thinking. I'm really hyped up on all these trades and stuff, so I don't think that's really going to happen, but that's a long shot. But yeah, back to the original question, I think running back will be addressed in the draft rather than free agency.
Yeah, I like Ryan Matthews. I mean, hopefully he can stay healthy and have him for a reasonable deal. So I don't see why. I don't see anything wrong with him.
For sure.
So thanks for joining us, guys, for this week's edition of BirdBuzz.
Let's check the phone to see if anything has happened.
Well, Sean Smith got signed by the Raiders for $40 million deal. I guess that's probably for 5 years. I'm gonna assume.
Sean Smith. Yep.
Yeah, Sean Smith.
Sean Smith saw that was maybe gonna happen. Ryan Fitzpatrick is still up in the air about what he's going to do. Nothing really looks like it's happening right yet.
Yeah, so we're good now. But yeah, we're going to get this video out a little early today because you never know who's going to be gone, who's going to get signed, whatever. So thanks for joining us. See you next time.